My 26M girlfriend's 22F openness with her body makes me uncomfortable sometimes. How do I deal with this? Hi all. My girlfriend, 22F, and I, 26M, have been together for about 3-5 years. Recently, two situations have led me to this question. First, I have always struggled with her undressing in my room while the curtains are open. For context, I live on the first floor of a university campus. People live across from me, and there is a grass field outside my window where people walk, chill, or play games somewhat regularly. Because of this, I always worry about people seeing her naked. So whenever she undresses with the curtains open, I try to block people's view by standing in front of her or closing the curtains. I have mentioned that this feels uncomfortable for me, and she thinks it's a bit silly but has tried to somewhat respect it. Second, she has recently had some harrowing experiences with men. This has left an enormous emotional impact on her. Mainly due to this, she said that she wants to participate in a kind of boudoir exposition. For this, she would send boudoir/nude pictures to the photographer/artist holding the exposition, and get some money in return for it. The money is not her main goal, but a nice bonus for a student. This expo is meant for women to celebrate their bodies, and feel more empowered in them. I fully support the idea of this expo, and I can understand that she wants to participate after the tough events in her life that she recently experienced. However, she asked me how I felt about this idea of hers, and I noticed that it made me feel a bit uncomfortable. This feeling felt familiar, and I think it stems from the same feeling I have in the undressing situation. The idea that another man, or men, has boudoir/nude pictures of her, even though she is convinced that the photographer/artist is reputable as she got his reference from a friend who was into this, makes me uncomfortable. To me that feels like a thing that should be between us, since we're in a closed monogamous relationship. Now I know that people can express themselves with their body, and that it doesn't necessarily have to be sexual and it can be artistic or meaningful instead. But still the idea of it makes me uncomfortable, and I have expressed this to her. She somewhat understands it, but also thinks that she should be able to do it if she wants to, also because it could help her. And even though it makes me uncomfortable, I do think that it could benefit her, so I kind of want to be okay with it, but that is apparently difficult for me. TLDR, my girlfriend undresses in front of my window where people could see her naked, and this makes me uncomfortable. She also wants to send boudoir/nude pictures to a photographer/artist for a women's body empowerment exposition. I support the idea of this, but it still makes me uncomfortable that another man, or men, have these pictures of her. It all stems from the same feeling. So, how do I deal with this?